Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Showtime at the Office. Again, welcome to another episode of Showtime at the Office. Um, so today we are going to be talking about the recent thing that's going on. Uh, you know, um, with Nolan Well, right? That there was some allegation saying that the friends that he was hanging out with probably did something to him because there was a lot of things being covered. Or, based on what the parents say, check out the news for the full story. So my thing is, I just wanted to give my input on it, right? Because a lot of people are saying, um, white friend. You need to be careful hanging out with, with your white friends, right? So I'm thinking, is it white or black friends? Does it, you know, does it matter? I mean, we're gonna talk about that, right? Um, Sometimes is it that maybe we're talking about friends, but if somebody could, you know, set you up to kill you, um, right? Allegedly, are they really your friend? So they're more like your enemy, right? And does the color matter? Because you know, we have heard in the news there were, um, you know, young kids. I think there was a girl that was set up. I think by a friend. I think, and it was a birthday or something like that. Their those friends were black, right? I think they set her up, and then they she was found dead, right? So there's a lot of things going on in the headline, right? That whether if Nolan well was hanging out with a bunch of black kids, um, you know, would they same thing would have happened to him? Would they have been found dead on that island where you know they're saying that his body was brought back there, right? So I don't know, right? It's just yes, we could talk about whether that same thing could have happened. It could have been the black friend that he could have black friend that did the same thing, right? Allegedly did the same thing that his white friend did, right? But I think the difference would have been would they had found justice, right? Because we know that um, sometimes which we call the white privilege um, aspect to it, right? That whether um, that when a white person commit a crime is harder to, against a black person is harder to find justice, right? In most state or in most circumstance, right? Um, for instance, look at there's the other story that came out recently, Kamala Anthony, that stabbed the kid, um, fatally stabbed the white kid, right, in Texas at the track meet. So, you know, he was black. Kamala was black. He stabbed the white kid. So, and he was found guilty. I mean, he pleaded. He was saying self defense, right? Um, so, are we, you know, um, we, most of the people that's talking about, the latest uh, thing that's going on with Nolan, well, right? Yes, you do have, you know, the right to talk about it, because if we're talking about justice for all, yeah, we want, we want justice for all. Um, but let's look at it, right? Is it does it matter, like, they were white or black? Because I know, most of the time, even though we don't want to mention it, that there's black friends that's that's you know that set up their friend um, for murder, right? Then, I mean, to get killed. So let's talk. Okay. So, right, if somebody's really your friend, right? You know, so we need somebody that, that we could trust. That's loyalty. That's not gonna betray us, right? A friend doesn't destroy you. So I would say the thing that one need to look for, you know, making sure that that person is not gonna stab you in the back, is look at their character. You know, a real friend protect you. A real friend tell you when you are wrong. A real friend refuse to let you destroy yourself, right? So um, I was watching one of the TikTok thing, and I don't know, like one of the posts that show a video, two friends hanging out in the street, and then for some reason, um, the the one that's about to kill, like, the other friend, got behind the friend, right, and shot him right there in the head, in back of his head, right. He didn't expect that because it's somebody that he know. So I believe if it was somebody that he didn't know, would never let him get that close to him. So sometimes, like they say, you gotta make sure that you be careful who you consider your friend, because the jealousy and the hatred that they have for you, you know, um, there is hidden, right? Because that person pretend they're your friend, and they have jealousy, they have envy. Maybe it's because of the thing that you have. I think that is similar. I think that human being with ill intention will do the one, whether they're black or white, right? I think maybe for some reason, um, those kids that Nolan well was hanging out with, allegedly, that killed him, right? Um, Maybe they just were jealous of him, because I think in one of the um, video they were showing that, or they claim that he went and talked to this girl. Maybe they were jealous because he was able to get a girl that they could not have, right, or date somebody that they wanted to date. So I think no matter the color that you are, all of it, they have to be, start from somewhere. There's either some hatred, sometimes it's jealousy, sometimes it's envy, and like I say at the beginning, you're gonna have, even people, your own color, that's gonna have jealousy against you, that's gonna have hatred, that's gonna have envy, you know, um, that don't like you for whatever reason, or sometimes maybe you did something wrong to them and they don't like you. So, but I think where, we cannot just say, okay, because they're white, we need to be careful. Yeah, I mean, there's some racist people. Yeah, I say that, you need to put your guard up, you know, against any racist person, right? But there's a lot of decent white people there that could be, truly your friend, you know, that's not racist. I know that on my teen age years, I had some white friends, right? Right now, I do associate with white people. They Most of them, we do business, and then I would say that I mean they're not friends, but they're people that I do business that you know sometimes we hang out, but I don't know. I don't want it because I think this whole issue could turn into black and white. What's going on right now, right? Because if we focus on just the color, I'm not saying that you do need to make sure that we we um, guard yourself if there's any any hint that 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 person might be racist. Or I think it's the same way too. You also gotta protect yourself if that person is someone who's jealous of you, who's envy of you, because we have um, hatred come in every color. Um, there's no you know just like any color. Sometimes you have black people being racist against you because either they're a lighter color and then they don't like you because you're darker color than them. Um, or it could be that they're just they're envious, because you're able, you know, to get a certain job or you have favor and at, at a job or because you have money or sometimes you have a car, jealousy arise in many form, right? I did a sermon the other day about jealousy, envy, and sometimes we have jealousy and envy that um, arise from your family member. So sometimes it could be your own family, it's not even your friend, you know. So let's say, all right, the let me go into that. The danger of mistaking association for friendship, right? So, oh yeah, many people are just your acquaintance. They're not really your friend, right? Like I say, sometimes they're not even acquaintance. Sometimes they could be your enemy. I remember I saw some of my friends like years later. Um, there were like two brothers that we used to party together. They used to come to many parties back in the days. And then I asked him, "Where's your brother?" He said, "Yeah, my brother got got killed." And I said, "What happened?" And he told me that his brother was set up by one of his friends. And then look at that, it just the other guy that set him up was black, so they set him up, and then he got killed, right? So, and I don't know the whole detail, but it could have been out of jealousy. So sometimes, like the thing say that we mistaken association for friendship. They're not really your friend. I would say, there could be acquaintance, there could be your enemy. Um, just because somebody party with you, that doesn't mean they're your friends. Just because you know, they invite you to eat over their house, that doesn't mean they're your friend. You know, um, we the person, they're not loyal to you. Um, so so sometimes we don't discover who someone really is until something go wrong, right? But I think sometimes there's hints, you know, um, when you see somebody is jealous of something, your accomplishment, they're not happy for you. You gotta be careful, right? Um, believe believe the person when they show you who they are, right? Because I know many of us love our friends, and then they're not, they don't feel the same way about you. We love the other person, the person doesn't love you, right? Um, you know, they're just pretending, whether it's because you famous, you play, you're like an all star in the football team or baseball team or soccer team, and they just want to be around you. They're not really your friend, right? Um, and sometimes because you could get them stuff, you know. I know back in high school, um, a lot of people trying to hang out with me because I had a car. Right? I was like maybe 16. It was a hoopty, right? But most of the people in my school that I hang didn't have a car. I was like 16 driving, even though it was a beat up car, but it got us places so people wanted to hang out with me, right? Um, or the fact then back then I used to do a lot of house party, and then people wanted to come to my parties, right? Um, so um, especially to the young people now, listen to your parents. That sometimes we get so bent out of shape that when your parents say, "Oh, you're not going out with your friend," you get upset. Maybe your parents trying to save you from getting killed, from getting set up. Listen to your parents. I know my mom is no longer here with us, yeah, now, but she used to always tell me, "Be careful," of the friends that I keep, right? Because the people you hang out with, that's who people gonna think you are. So sometimes it could just be that the friends is doing the wrong thing, and because you were there, they got arrested or something happened, you're gonna go down with them, even though you did not participate in their action, but because you was just there being present, just being there at the wrong time, right? Or the wrong place. So, although, my heart go out to the Nolan Well family, but we have to be. I think this is something that is a wake up call for many family that no matter black or white, um, talk to your kids. Talk to your kids that not anyone that they could just trust, you know, with their life. And then just make sure you have a GPS, their location where they're going. Make sure you talk to that friend. You know that friend. You know the family. And sometimes if you could chaperone your kids, it'd be great. You know, because if you just leaving your kids alone is anything can happen. Hey, I go with you. I just sit in the background. You guys do your thing. I make sure that I supervise nothing go wrong. You know, um, and at least if something is going up, is going down, I'm gonna be there to fight with you. We're not gonna go down like that. We're gonna fight. You know. Um, so his family deserve answer. The Nolan Well family they deserve answer. So if a crime were committed, they deserve accountability. Just like I mentioned the other case, Kamala Anthony, that he got he got sentenced. Um, he was found guilty, even though it was self defense. Maybe we could argue the amount of time that they gave him. Yeah, but he did, you know, kill that person. I think most people, they're saying, okay, if maybe the time doesn't seem just, uh, because because it was self-defense. But he did kill the kid, the the white kid, right? So I think same thing if whoever killed Ronan well deserve to face justice. You know, deserve to be judged. You know, face the responsibility, right? No matter what color he or she is, right? Um, you know, we cannot have a system one for black and one for white, right? I don't think that is gonna. This is a system that could be sustained, even though it's been there for a long time. But eventually, I think a lot of people might take the law into their own hand. So because I hear, a lot of rhetoric about that, hey, you do something to my kids, I'm coming after you. Which is hey, um, if it's gone like that, I think many people take the law into their hand, right? So just like I say, it should not be just white or black. You know, um, let's look at um, you know the let's look at everyone, everyone that your kids hang out with, right? Make sure that they come home safe by taking the proper measure, in the beginning. Get to know your friends, your kids' friends and their family, who they hang out, where they go, right? Get the GPS locations, speak to them on the phone, know what's going on, every hour. Um, so okay, final thought. Okay. So this episode is not about creating division. It's about encourage uh, discernment. Choose your friend carefully. Don't confuse popularity with loyalty. Don't confuse proximity with trust. And don't judge every person by the action of someone who share their race. Hold individual accountable for what they do. Demand justice based on evidence. Pray for every family affected by violence. And then remember that everyone who smiles with you is standing with you. Sometimes the greatest betrayal come dressed as a friendship, right? Just like I tell you, sometimes it's from your family. Um, Sometimes, like they say, the people you think that really love you, but they don't. So I am Frank. So thank you for joining another episode of Short Time at the Office. So if today discussion challenge your thinking, share with someone. So until next time, stay informed, choose your friend wisely, and seek truth above everything else. Right? So I pray you go with this family and just keep putting God first. God bless you.